Alright guys, welcome back. And we're back in Sanctuary with Preston Garvey.
I'm glad you decided to come with us. I should have listened to Mama Murphy all along. Pretty nice place she's found for us. I think we could settle down here. Make it a place to call home. What do you think?
I don't know. It's strange being back here.
What do you mean? You used to live here or something?
Forget I said anything. I don't want to talk about it.
No worries. We've all got our past to deal with. I don't need to know anything you don't want to tell me. Anyway, I am glad you're here.
Right.
And I hope you don't. I've had word from a settlement asking for help. There's still hope in there are Minutemen out there somewhere. The only chance to start rebuilding the Minutemen is to show people that they can count on us when they need us. Trouble is, I've got my hands full here. Do you think you could go help out the settlement?
Oh, good. I was hoping for a chance to rescue some more helpless villagers.
It's not that people are helpless. They just need someone to give them a helping hand sometimes. That's what the Minutemen are supposed to be all about. By the way, if you want to help out around here at all, talk to Sturgis. I'm sure he'd be glad for all the help he can get.
Let's go talk to Sturgis and see what he needs. Be inside here.
You willing to do some work?
No.
I'd be glad to help. Just tell me what you need.
Well, for starters, we could use some real beds. We've been sleeping on the ground for too long. Just make sure we can sleep with a roof over our heads. Some of these old houses still look solid enough to do the trick. There's a workbench over there you can use. Give me a holler if you need anything.
Go build some beds. No, clean some junk up. We can just have some sleeping bags. It's not really the 5-star accommodation that they're used to, but that would be good. Really scrap that safe. Right, 7 people, 7 beds. Just got to watch the size of of the settlement here. Don't want to get it too big, otherwise I'll be stuck and not be able to build anything extra in some settlements, which would be most unfortunate because that's can change and adjust the settlement budget, but it does not always work very well. So let's make this pretty basic for the start, and then I'll attempt to increase the budget for the settlement. See if it actually works on this playthrough. Previous playthroughs it has failed to actually have the desired effect, and you run out of space to do any additional builds, which is a kind of pain. Yeah. More beds in here. Should be good after a couple more beds, just watching the size of the settlement, that it's not getting too big. That's not good. Oh, this is crap. Put some lights up around Sanctuary just so you can see what's better at night. Building additional items. There's a fair amount of scrap there. It's good, the size of the settlement's okay, so we'll need water and defences will come in next. Bedding's okay. Go ahead and do a save there, just in case of a game crash. Okay. Here and run another save at that location. So I've got that done, and I think the next items to do. Yeah, Sanctuary, talk to Sturgis. Okay. Sheltered beds they've got. Talk to Sturgis again. Probably want food and water.
Hey, Sturgis.
I like it. Having a place to sleep will improve everyone's spirits. What we need now is a reliable source of clean water.
Of course you do.
I'm on it. Clean water coming up.
Great. Thanks again.
Down beds. Now let's do some water. Advanced purifier. Industrial purifier. Atmospheric water generator. Nah. Keep it simple for these guys. Clean water has been done. Filled my settlement budget too far.
Hey, Sturgis.
I feel better already, knowing we have a reliable supply of clean water. I hope you don't mind me asking for some more help, but our food supplies are running low. If we're gonna settle here, we'll need to get some crops established.
Okay, so he's looking for crops. Well, they've already got that because I've done them.
I'll start planting right away.
Good deal.
Sturgis.
Now, this place is starting to feel like home. Now that we can grow our own food, I think we can really make a go with this. Trouble is, the more we establish ourselves here, the more of a target we become. What we need is to get some defenses set up. Then maybe Preston will be able to relax a little bit.
I'm on it.
Ah, thanks. It'll make everyone feel more secure here.
Fences are what we've been building. We'll just put some in front and that'll take care of those guys. Here. Keeping an eye on the size of the settlement. It is increasing as I can do things. Just need to make sure I don't exceed the settlement budget. Quest line is to build a lot of stuff. Already gone over your settlement budget. Well, you just build a damn thing. Alright, so we'll put up some turrets. Correctly. Sturgis. My AP is very, very low, so I've got to be careful. Just backpack an extra gun that I'm carrying, otherwise it makes you walk very, very slow.
Thanks for doing that. We'll all sleep better at night knowing we have some defenses set up. It's been a long road. But yeah, I think this is it. Home. Feels good.
What next?
Well, I guess figuring out how to get back to living, instead of just surviving. Of course, you know you're welcome anytime. My door's always open to you. Windows, too. Some of the walls actually come to think of it. I guess I better get back to it. Take care now.
Sanctuary complete. Save there. Right. What else we got here? So I've done the build 2x2. Watch a stranger build, so I'm pretty good there. Next one I was going to do is Murphy's Law, which is going back to Concord and meeting up with the follow through of Murphy. So let's go ahead and get that one out of the way. I've got an active quest. Good. Happy. Happy. All right. Ellen's admin offices. We'll just go ahead and fast travel there since I've already found it. Makes it a bit easier to get there. After we do the initial Ellen's quest, we'll go through and show some of the additional areas within Concord that are often overlooked. Some of those will be added in as additional quest lines within Sim Settlements too. Alrighty, Red Concord Felons. It's a gun. Nothing extra there on the floor, but we did get a lighter to snag. Basically, from the receptionist terminal, we go to the N1.
Everybody, got some news.
Followed by yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds like explosions.
Did you hear the news?
Information. Seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations.
Oh, that is bad news.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York, Pennsylvania.
It's finally
Hey,
happening.
Red Roses.
One never changes.
That's it.
Okay. Hiding in here. Let's grab the ammo. Pharmaceuticals. Loot. This place is set up pretty nicely. Check out this terminal. One other thing, once you've got the terminal, which becomes visible once you activate the reception terminal, gives you a little bit about the workshop. The observations of a film connoisseur are a good laugh to read through, but because YouTube fairly family friendly, I will not be going through that in this run through, but it gives you an idea of what's in there. But it is quite fun. All right, so gold caps, got those. And we go in this door, end up getting mugged. That is the beginning of this quest line. Ah. Dang it, couldn't search for Murphy. Oh well. Let's see what we've got in here. Yay, dead raiders. I have to get my stuff back. Whoops. I want to get blown up. But I do want the bobby pins and jangles. This is always good for parts. A few raiders hanging about here. Tripwire. I really don't like monkeys. Since I'm unarmed, I'll just take his head off anyway. Let's open the door. Amazingly, I'm unarmed, but I do get bobby pins to be able to get my way through.
Yes.
Strange, but it's the way it works. cap. Yeah, I'll take a microscope. No games hidden in there. Plague Doctor board game. Sure, I'll take that. Why not? Rule breakers will be shot or worse. Okay. Here.
Sweet.
Perhaps two.
It's your business to know what you're putting in your child's bloated belly. That's why sugar bombs are engineered to please both your child and not damage his or her tender brain.
They taste so amazing. And they'll make you remember everything you read. Quick, absorb that book. Of course, Mother.
Sugar bombs are made with nutrients and stimulants and nutrients, weaving taste and performance together in a potent breakfast cocktail that'll provide a day-to-day breakthrough in your child's life.
I can see the future.
Sugar bombs may last up to 12 hours. After that, it's anyone's guess. Buy 2 boxes and get a third half free until supplies last. Cereal has seldom been so crispy, so fresh when it hits your stomach, blasting your brain with 5,000 taste volts of volcanic delight. Sugar bombs are built from the ground up to prime you for launch.
I need a password.
Over here, just in case. What's in here? Requires a terminal. Okay, let's go to this door.
Got it.
Who's there? You're going down.
That dude's armor's pretty dang good. Terminal password, fusion cell. Only leather. Nah. Do want that stim pack though. Want to hear another stim pack? Thank you much. Much there. That's food. Password, Nuka-Cola. That one. Back in here. Oh, that one's this way. Wrong direction. Okay. This terminal.
And out there.
Open. Let's get going.
Must have been roaches.
Really?
Value is relative, but relatively, what is value? At Fallon's, each price represents our pact with the customer to bring things down to a manageable level of value that also takes luxury into account. Mass production techniques may have brought things up to speed, but it's time-honored, well-worn, oak and varnish tradition that really keeps things classic. Ah, that's progress.
Nice. Whoa, was that a... Dug your own grave in here.
Get him, doggy. Alright. Looks like he's batting. They seem to work pretty good. So here. Come back. Pop out. Tabs.
Thrilled, the Silver Shroud, shivered at the adventures of the single man, wondered at where Mr. Wallace Science would take progress tomorrow. Now, next week, an exciting new series begins, chronicling one man's journey into the mind of a communist. It's true. I've shrunk myself down with my atomic relay and managed to pass through space on a molecular level. Deep under the earth, I've built my fortress, an impregnable fortress that cannot be reached by normal means. I call it the University.
There we go.
While down there I have planned, I have experimented, I implanted a control chip on the brains of each of my servants that allows them to pass through, as it were, to travel between worlds.
No, on their brains?
Yes, on their brains. I've learned so much about what it means to be a communist.
Nice to keep. Definitely want that.
An astounding revelation of man's cruelty next week on The Brain of Dr. Darius de Sardo.
Stuff which will criminal. Alright, got all my stuff back, so let's get myself fixed back up again. So there's my general apparel, headwear. I'm not going to worry about them. I wish I had. Backpack. Thank you much. Alright. Right, okay, well, let's get up to the admin office. See what's happening up there.
Well, aren't you the overachiever? I've been admiring your handiwork. We all have.
You put on a good show. Maybe you're not useless after all.
Our new friend surely has some questions. Perhaps we should introduce ourselves.
Name's Murphy. Head upstairs to the top floor. I've got a proposition for you.
And don't worry, we'll play nice this time.
Let's go upstairs and see what these turkeys want. Maybe game. Yeah, definitely. Pretty safe.
Hey.
Gotta admit, I'm impressed. Stella here tells me this was all her little ruse. No hard feelings, huh?
Is this how you treat everyone? Or are you just putting on the charm for me?
And a sense of humor, too. I like it. Sorry for any misunderstanding. We're a shoot first, ask questions later kind of place. Never can be too careful with looters breaking and entering these days.
Don't misunderstand. We're not criticizing you. Those were fair kills. You didn't know who we were, and we didn't know you from a random looter. Thankfully, Stella fessed up.
Hey, I was just trying to have a little fun. How was I supposed to know they weren't a common criminal?
Yeah, we're all friends now. Let's skip to the part where you help me.
That's rather presumptuous. After taking out 2 of our crew, I wasn't under the impression we owed you anything.
Well, that all depends. What kind of help are you looking for?
Hold on. I have some questions first.
All right, humor me. What do you want to know?
What do you do here?
After what you've seen, you really need me to spell it out? We're slave traders, not gonna sugarcoat it. We deal in raiders, mostly. Capturing them, and once their spirit is broken, selling them to slave owners up and down the eastern seaboard. A few miscreants we let work for us if they show promise, but the main goal is to ship these degenerates outside the Commonwealth.
So what's your story, anyway? Tell me about yourself.
I'm originally from Detroit. Used to make pickup trucks there at the Ford plant before the war. Thing about being a ghoul is, eventually you feel like you've seen it all. Detroit was never much to look at, even before the war. A century after the bombs fell, I started itching for a change of scenery. Heard rumors about the Corvega plant in Lexington. Decided to make my way east to Boston to check it out.
What happened after that?
When I arrived in Lexington, the rumors I'd heard about the auto plant turned out to be phony, so I started looking for something else. Joined up with a group called the Minutemen. That was a few months before the Battle of Diamond City. Mostly been doing that ever since, until it all went to shit.
What do you mean? What happened to you guys?
You're not from around here, are you? How about we do the abridged version for now?
The short of it is, everyone I served with in the Minutemen is either dead or turned raider.
Could you tell me anything about the kid?
Stella hasn't had it easy. Her dad was never in the picture, and her mom raised her at University Point most of her life, until the Institute torched the place. I met Stella and her mom Judy after they fled to Quincy in 2285, helped them build a life for themselves there. And then the Quincy Massacre happened.
What was the Quincy Massacre?
We can get into that some other time. Let's just say that life's greatest dangers often come not from external enemies, but from our supposed friends who pretend to work for the common cause while scheming to sabotage it. When the Minutemen betrayed Quincy, most of the residents ended up slaughtered by the gunners, Judy included. I managed to get Stella out, and we made our way north to Concord.
And that traitor Preston followed us here. I'm telling you, he was working with Clint the whole time. And now he's right down the street. And you still won't do anything about it.
We've been over this, Stella. Innocent until proven guilty. You want me to focus on keeping this place safe from the gunners? Or waste time dealing with the loudmouth fool in the silly hat?
Both. I want justice for what they did to my mom.
And like I explained, you'll get it, if you have patience. Garvey will get what's coming to him eventually. But for now... Wait, hold up. You hear that?
Before I investigate that disturbance, I'm definitely going to make sure I have my clothes on. Go.
Lock and load!
Do a quick save here, just in case. There is, sometimes in this area, it does lose frames.
Huh?
Face.
Last mistake! Beats working 9 to 5.
Keep firing! Good damn!
Taking casualties!
And knocking mask is pretty good.
Seriously, fucked! You know that?
some things out of him. A laser pistol might be alright. Gunner's combat helmet with goggles. Can't get in there yet. Out here, nope. Got rid of those guys. We'll head back upstairs and just check in.
Hey there.
I was afraid those guys might show up. Thanks for your help. You alright?
What was that all about?
It's complicated. What do you know about the Gunners?
Give me the short version.
Alright, I'll sum it up. No one's really sure where the Gunners started out, but something changed about 8 or 9 years ago. Out of nowhere, they started sporting plasma weapons, advanced combat gear, and even vertibirds. Doesn't make any sense. Where did they get all that stuff from?
That's a good question. I guess... I don't know.
People bitch about the Institute, but look at what's really been going on. Quincy, GNN, Mass Bay Medical, Mass Fusion, 2 vaults, and all the major freeways. It's the Gunners, not the Institute, who've been gaining the most ground in the Commonwealth.
How much of a threat are they?
No one invests the resources to capture those strategic locations without a larger agenda. Someone's behind it. We're just not sure who or what. At this point, there's not much to keep the Gunners from taking Good Neighbor, Diamond City, or the towns up north.
Is there a reason that you're bringing this up?
You mean besides the fact that we just got ambushed here in Concord? There needs to be a group to stand up to these assholes. Someone strong, organized, and local. And I'm not talking about the Minutemen. I mean someone with real stones.
So, what did you have in mind? I'm gonna need some more in the way of details.
Ultimately, you gotta ask yourself who you want protecting things. A bunch of Muppets who can't defend what's theirs, or hardened killers who can handle themselves.
Well, I hadn't thought of it that way.
Uncertainty is sometimes better than an overt threat. If you build a reputation for being a little crazy, your opponents are never sure what messing with you will cost. So, they tend to avoid finding out.
Settlers can't instill that kind of fear. Whether it's against raiders, synths, mercs, super mutants, or even mole rats. They've proven time and again that they're incapable of deterring threats to their property over the long term. The Minutemen worked for a while, but they ended up self-destructing.
What happened to the Minutemen?
Depends who you ask. The challenge with running a militia is that volunteers inevitably have their own agendas. For a coalition to last, there needs to be a chain of command where members don't feel too constrained by your influence.
But still fear you enough to follow your lead.
Maintaining morale requires convincing soldiers to think less about themselves and more about the group. Involve them in a cause, a crusade against a hated enemy, and make them see their survival as tied to the success of the militia as a whole.
Of course, it's easier said than done.
Somewhere along the way, we lost that sense of common purpose. Infighting took over, and the militia gradually splintered into different groups. Some became raiders or joined the Gunners. Others just disappeared. Quincy was the final blow, and now we're back at square one.
Jesus, what a mouthful. What's the plan again?
Whether it's the Gunners, the Institute, or who knows what other groups are out there, they're too powerful to take on directly. So we've got to use our weaknesses as strengths.
If your enemy is big and you're small, then by extension, you're fast and they're slow. You're hidden and they're exposed.
So we break our forces into independent cells who can operate elusively and autonomously, fighting only the battles we know we can win, capturing the enemy's weapons and gear along the way.
And using those tools against them in the next encounter. That way, the enemy is supplying us, and we grow stronger as they grow weaker.
Makes sense, I suppose. What's our next move?
The Gunners are calculated and cautious. It's gonna take them a while to figure out what just happened, which provides us an opening. The critical elements in any campaign are speed and adaptability, making decisions faster than the enemy can.
Striking first, before the Gunners have time to assess and formulate a response, may throw them off balance. Their nearest outpost is up on the freeway, southeast of Walden Pond. That's likely where the attack came from. The freeway wasn't particularly well guarded to begin with. Probably even less so after the raid.
I want you to head over there, take out their remaining guards, and steal their weapons, so we can fortify our presence here in Concord. Prove to me you can handle that task, and I'll have a larger project for you when you return.
And if you want bonus points, there's rumor of a raider's stash over by Corvega. We'll mark the location on your map.
So we're in Concord, and I'm just going to save it here. We've just gotten through Fallon's admin offices, which is fine. And we'll finish up here in Concord, and then for episode number 3, we'll be exploring Concord and finding a few little hidden areas that are located within Concord. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in episode number 3.